Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon, but barely. I slept in intentionally so that I wasn't tired by the time it came for the club this evening. Not usually used to doing things in the evening like this, so I'm trying to set myself up to do a good job. And sometimes that means not letting me have too much time beforehand. So I want to do just a little bit more sharing. Actually, I'm just going to share it to WhatsApp and call it good on this one. I've got enough to do today that I think okay. Yep. So today is the day our club opens. Yes, I'm nervous, but it's okay. It's all right. I'm excited though. I know everybody else kind of sees it as, you know, it's just another AA meeting, but for me, it's a couple years of work. It's more than that. It's the next step for trudging together to be able to help more people, and it's a big one. So, and it'll succeed in its own way. I have no idea how many people are going to show up. It is a hybrid meeting, so everybody is welcome. There's no reason to not be able to attend unless you don't want to, which is your prerogative, or maybe you have another meeting going on. So we're going to be a little different in the fact that we will be sticking to topic. We will be talking about the solution, and we are much more family oriented. So check us out. It's going to be fun. I will put the post back out today. But welcome to the Daily Trudge. Good afternoon. I'm presuming that's Patricia. It's good to see you. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. No, Patricia doesn't talk like that. If you're here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch. Or the rewatch. I have no idea what to do. I stole this. Hey, Trevor, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Must be doing this at the right times for you. I've been trying to be consistent, 10, 11, 12, somewhere in there. So awesome. But I stole this and I thought, wow, what a great way to put it. What a great way to put it. One, we're talking about a few things here. Number one, you got to be accountable. You got to be accountable. Okay, and by being accountable, that means that we're going to take responsibility for our actions. It means we're going to take responsibility for our own emotions and the things that we do in this life, whether they're good, bad, or indifferent. We're going to take responsibility for them. Isn't it weird? When you do something wrong, you get to take full credit for it, but when you do something right, you don't get to. Doesn't that suck? That's what we call playing the martyr. Okay. So let's talk about the fool. Let's talk about the fool a little bit. The fool is a two-stepper. They fool themselves about recovery a lot. They can usually spout the prig book pretty darn good. They can. They're a person that usually has under 30 days, but can talk on the 10th step. Okay. Inwardly, they're fooling themselves. Inwardly, they would do anything to take half a dozen drinks and get away with them, wouldn't they? We know that. Haven't we been there? Where we've been fooling ourselves, right? Now, there were a lot of times when I don't know about you, I told my wife, I'm quitting. I'm quitting. And I meant it. I meant it to my core, man. It didn't work. I was fooling myself. Inwardly, oh, yeah, I wanted to drink. I really did. But I wanted to make that promise to my wife because, gosh, I was tired of hurting her. You know, I didn't want to be this fool, jerk, arsehole. I really didn't. It was out of my control. You know, I was talking to a young man about this on Sunday, and I'm like, it's weird, isn't it? Where your intentions aren't to be that way, but then you end up drinking. You can't help yourself, huh? It's like, yeah, it took me right back to reminding myself that that's what I used to do, and that my brain can go to back to that at any moment. Any moment, man. So that's the fool. Okay. They have you probably can't leave them alone for the weekend. Okay. Things like that. The Martyr, this is where I sat a lot. I played the Martyr a lot. And it does no good. It didn't do me any good. Okay. Even with my PTSD, having PTSD, okay, that still is not a good excuse or good enough reason to abuse the people around me. I don't get to yell at somebody and say, oh, that was my PTSD. Don't worry about it. No, it does not work like that. Once you hurt somebody's feelings, you've hurt their feelings, period. There is no going back. There is no going back. And for the longest time, I was blaming everybody else, what they did to me for who I am. That is what's called the martyr. Oh, people are always picking on me. People are always say doing this and doing that. I go to Martyrdom quite often. Okay. It is it is the epitome of self-pity. It is the epitome of self-pity. And it says Dr. Silkworth says frothy emotional appeal seldom suffices. Okay. Even once we get in the program and God has given us that perfect release from alcohol, right? So God gives us a perfect release from alcohol, but we will still take our lives back here and there. Okay. I do it with this. I do it with this. Nobody shows up. I beat up on myself. Well, I'm a martyr, right? And then yesterday I was listening to my friend Harold, great guy, noon meeting. I love my noon meeting. That's probably why some of my other friends aren't here. They're at the really good noon meeting. I had to do this. I have too much to do before the club. So I'm going to be in plenty of meetings today. Right. But he was talking about how he did an alkathon for New Year's. And not that many people showed up. He was there for like 6 hours and he spent most of his time alone. Okay. I love this guy's attitude. Okay. What he said was this, though. He said, it doesn't matter because I wasn't doing it for them. I was doing it for me. Thank you, Harold. I need to be reminded why I do this. I didn't start this for everybody else. I started this for me. I have to remember that. Okay. Because I love helping other people. So when it says 0, right? I love helping others. I'm an other. I am an other. I'm allowed to help myself too. See? See how things that seem bad are still good. They're still good. Well, nobody came here but I can still heal. I can still read. I can still talk and do everything that I was going to do anyway, can't I? Because if I'm doing it for me, then I don't need to worry about that, do I? All right. Now, keep in mind, I did steal this line from somebody else. So the king, yeah, you could be the king also. I am the lion. Whatever kind of leadership role you see yourself in, that's what we're going for. The king is about the leadership. The king doesn't tell people what to do. No, a real leader says, hey, do you need help with that? Yeah. I found an easier way I found a better way to do that. It's a little bit harder, but you're going to get better results. Would you like that? Cool, let's do it. Take my arm, man. Let's go. And we walk along, we trudge the happy road of destiny together. Trudging is not a bad thing. As Amber would put it nowadays, it's only as hard as you make it. Okay? Only as hard as you decide to make it. Yeah, I'm giving her that. Right? She stole it from me. I stole it from somebody else. She didn't steal it from me. She probably heard it from somebody 20 years ago, right? But it's okay. We need to be reminded. Hello again, kitty. Leg up, leg down, leg up. The pre-per. I don't want to go. Oh, he's my most cuddly one. And I love it. I love it so much. Don't tell the others, but this is my favorite. You're my favorite. Oh, kitty. I got kitty. Why? Because I'm the king. Even my cats know that, right? But a king is somebody that you can go to, that you can trust, that you know that you can go to and say, this is what's going on, and they will listen to it. Even if it goes against their own standards, if it goes against their own morals, we listen. Okay? Then we take that information and we compare it to our experience so that we can throw in something called empathy. And what we're going to do with this empathy is we're going to meet them where they're at, because there is something in my life that will match that level, that intensity, that feeling that of loneliness, of shame, of sorrow that they are having. And I can meet them there. And I can say, you don't need to be here. Okay? This isn't where you belong. You belong over here with me. So I'm going to walk with you hand in hand to this first step. And then you're going to meet 2 million of your friends. Yeah. We kings supply hope. They come along and say, hey, this is what we're doing because it's the good for the community, not what's best for me. Because now, as a king, as somebody that has completed the 12 steps, I have the information that I need to heal somebody else. You're a healer. Okay? Well, I didn't want to be the healer. I wanted to be the fighter. Well, too bad. You're the healer of the group. Okay? Healers fight too. Just so you know. Healers fight too. They can take in Dungeons and Dragons, you can take a healing spell and turn it into something to hurt. Right? Okay. So be the healer of your company. Understand that God has given you power. If you abuse it, you will get the consequences for it. That will happen. We know that, don't we? Okay. When you use it rightly, you will get the consequences for it also. Consequences are not a bad thing. Oh, you're going to have to face the consequences. You bet your ass I am. And I will. I'll face all the consequences. I've done most of the hard work. The key to a great fourth and fifth step is not copying any more resentments. That's the main key. We don't live in anger. Okay? Do I get upset by some things? Yeah, I got something they kind of upset me. They're like, oh, Dora doesn't really do this. You know what? Who in the fuck doesn't do it? This is a freaking, I'm trying to get some things done around here, and everybody says, well, they take care of that. They take care of that. They take care of that. Nobody's doing anything. So my next question is going to be, who the fuck takes care of it? Quit talking in fucking circles. Just tell me no one, please, because that's the answer. The answer. They don't want to say no one. Because then someone's going to have to take it. They ain't going to want to do that. Because then they'll become unpopular. Nah. King doesn't worry about popularity. Now, a king just does what is supposed to be done. They know what the next right thing is, and they don't talk about it. They do it. They just do it. Okay? I did not ask anybody's permission to do what I'm doing. Okay? God came to me and said, you're doing this. And I was listening because I love God, because I can see the forest for the trees. I can see it. Okay? I believe in it so much that I spent my last $50 on chips, man. I have no money now. Like, I didn't pay my child support this month. They're doing fine, trust me. And I'll get the threatening letter here in a couple days. You're going to lose your license if you. I don't care anymore. Take the damn bus. Fine. Fine. Whatever. I felt like it. Well, it was an Amazon gift card, so it's not like I could have used it to pay child support. Amazon gift card is not one of the options on the family registry website. So, okay, but I was not going to take from my grandkids' Christmas. No, fuck you. Fuck you. The $100 went towards my kids. The right way. Anyway, I'm on a much different topic. So I think I've said what I've needed to on it. I have a lot to say today, but I have no idea what it is. I need prayers. I need prayers for courage. Okay. It isn't just the meeting. Okay. I used to be a very outdoorsy, social person. I was gone from the house most of the time. I'd grab everybody, we go do something. That's how I was. And I've lost that part of me, and I miss it. I miss it. Now I fear going out for a certain amount of time, and I'm trying to work through that. And this is the next major step. That's why God gave me the church, because it isn't every day. God knew I wouldn't be able to do more than 2 days for right now. Okay, we got to take this stuff slow. So let's remember, when we're out there being nice to everybody, that we're nice to others. And you're one of those others. Okay? A king takes care of themselves first. You have to. You cannot pour from an empty cup. All right, let's end with page 164. Our book is meant to be suggestive only. We realize we know only a little. God will constantly disclose more to you and to us. Ask him each morning and ask him in your morning meditation what you can do each day for the man who is still sick. The answers will come. If your own house is in order. Okay? That's a big if. Now, if you've completed the steps, just continue using that 10th step. The 10th step is beautiful. It gives you the right to be wrong. I call it the human step. So when you mess up, take care of it immediately. Notice I didn't say if, it's when. Your human is going to be when. Okay. And it probably will be today. It'll probably be in the next 48 hours because not only we're human, we're humans to the extreme. So just take care of it. I found that 99% of the time it isn't that big of a deal. Right? Sometimes I'll be in the middle of a lie. This doesn't happen as often anymore. Okay? And I would stop. I'd be like, you know what? I am lying right now. I'm lying right now. Where the fuck? Okay? It's okay. It's okay. Don't finish it. Just admit it. But obviously, you cannot transmit something you haven't got. Okay? I'm serious about that line. And I'm not big on people trying to transmit something they haven't done. It doesn't work. It comes out screwy. At the end, they'll usually, that's all right. See to it your relationship with him is right, and great events will come to pass for you and countless others. Not just you, everybody. Everybody you come into contact with. You make an effect on everybody you touch. So not only have an effect, have an intentional effect. Have an intentional positive effect. Okay, what do I say? Take the 2 extra steps. Always do it. Always do it. You'll find it takes 2 extra seconds and you get even more. This is the great fact for us. Abandon yourself to God as you understand God. Admit your faults to Him and to your fellows. Clear away the wreckage of your past. Give freely of what you find and join us. We shall be with you in the fellowship of the Spirit, and you will surely meet some of us as you trudge the road of happy destiny. May God bless you and keep you until then. I think that was the central office. So I'm going to wrap up. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. Trevor and somebody else here. I thought it was Patricia. If not, thanks for being here. Whoever it was, it doesn't matter. I love you. So I love you all for being here. No, I love you all just because you're who you are. Thank you for being here. Peace out and have a day.